Hello everyone, this is Lakshmi Sujata from Level Up with Lax. Mother to two, wife to one, trainer to many. Level Up with Lax is a soft skill training venture that aims at enhancing your confidence through awareness and practical methods. Today being the 17th of June 2020, Wednesday, a very eventful day for me. Because what I had scheduled never happened, and this video, which is totally unscheduled, is happening. The plan was by 11 o'clock I finish all my household chores and get ready to make two videos, one on a concept called Feed Forward, another one, episode 6 of Learn from the Real. It happened at 11 o'clock. I'm all ready, the phone is ready. All that I had to do was press the record button when boom, I get a message on WhatsApp, and that's from a group called as Atma Mitra. This group, we've been together since 2015 on WhatsApp. However, from 2016, we have all been together, physically. There's a group where people have come, people have left, we have laughed together, we have cried together, we have eaten together, we have fought together, and most importantly, we have danced together. Dance is something that had bonded all of us. So coming to what happened today. So I got this message on WhatsApp in the group, and it was from one of my friends from that group, and he mentioned that I'm so confused with what has happened and what is happening in the media now. Is nepotism actually the reason for the incident that happened a couple of days back? Can you guys please help me? That was the first message. The next message, yes, Dad, that's so true. I don't understand why media is doing all this. He was such a nice and a brilliant person. His Instagram account had so much in it. Wonder what had happened to him. The third message, let's stop speculating. Let's stop coming to our own conclusions on what happened to him, because we don't know what happened to him. Instead, to learn new things and share the knowledge. The fourth message, which is a reply. Hey, you know what? I think the first message that we received, I think he's just trying to vent out and find answers in this closed group where it is just us, very close friends. And it's not like we are speculating. Response. Okay, if it is venting out of one's emotions and one's, things that you don't understand, you're trying to find your answers within a closed group, it's okay. But if it is going to be speculations and trying to come to conclusions, then I'm not for it. We had discussions, and from there it went on to another topic, which was on the same person who started the message said, guys, I'm also a little low today because couple of years back, I had made fun of certain people, and my intention then was only to bring a smile to them. And they smiled. Back then they smiled externally. However, internally they had not liked it. But they never mentioned it to me until a few days back. Now I'm confused. He said, why do people take so much time to open up? Why don't they open up immediately? Why don't they give us their right feedback at the right time? So for that, again, there were some more responses saying that every person is different, every personality is different. Probably the person didn't want to lose your friendship by telling something against you. He might have thought that you might not take it in the right sense. All that happened. And finally, the conclusion of the entire conversation was that we cannot change anybody because each one of us are different. However, let's try to open up and share our feelings with people who might understand us. And another thing that we decided was to, learn new things and share that knowledge within that group. Because even if one person shares one topic in that, that group, and we had like about 10 of us or 12 of us, and one of them from that group shares that knowledge with another person outside of that group. Now here I'm talking about knowledge on learning new things and not media gossips. we are, spreading knowledge, we are spreading positivity. So that was our conclusion. Now, the reason I thought I should make a video on this today was simply because I found a lot of chatting etiquettes that kind of popped out on me during that conversation. And I felt in today's world, especially pandemic, a lot of us are working from home, a lot of the kids are at home. And I think one of the ways that they are all interacting with their friends is through these group chats. So the first point that I would like to mention is, whenever you are trying to prove a point or whenever you want to pass on a message, please be assertive rather than being aggressive. Today, I was fascinated to see how people have matured, how people seem to understand and relate with another person. Most of them used assertiveness today rather than aggression. First, be assertive rather than aggressive. Second thing that we have to really keep in mind is, here in chatting, our voice tone isn't there, our body language isn't there, which makes up for, I think, around 83% of our overall communication. The only thing that is going to the other person are your words. Now, you might have intended it with certain emotions, but the other person is reading it with another emotion. So please be careful. After you have typed a message, just have a quick glance if you have used the apt words to communicate, and not too many exclamatory marks, because that can pass on a message that you're shouting or screaming. The next point here was use of emojis. As I already mentioned, when we are talking, people can see our facial expressions, people can hear us, our voice tone, voice modulations. However, while chatting, all that is not there. So emojis, to a certain extent, use it moderately, can help us, pass on certain message with the right emotions. The next thing that really made me feel so happy today during that conversation was, none of us targeted the person, or none of us targeted a person while we were responding to messages. We were all giving our views and opinions in general, but I didn't see specific targeting happening. Yes, there were one or two questions which said, okay, listen, if you were in this place, how would you have faced it? Or if you were, somebody tells you this, how would you have answered? Other than that, nothing negative and no pinpointing on a person happened. So that is another good etiquette that we can all follow. One of the most important thing, while we are sharing our points and views in a group, where we type the message matters. Sometimes what we do is, because we're in a hurry, we send the first line, then we send the second line, then we send the third line, and in between that somebody else would put in their message. So it kind of becomes a jigsaw puzzle which cannot be solved, and the impact of the message goes off. Instead, take your time, type out the entire message, preferably in points or paragraphs. And this is especially when it is a serious discussion that you're having. That way, all that you want to say is there in that one message. So keep it crisp, small, not small, and have points and neat paragraphs. So to summarize, a few etiquettes that we can all follow, especially during serious discussion, is be assertive rather than aggressive. Use the right words, because the only thing that is being communicated to the other person are your words, not your voice tone or body language or expression. Use emojis moderately, because that can also help you, convey your emotion. Do not target the person, address the problem. Try to pick up a topic, find out some, get some knowledge on it and share that knowledge in the group, so that there is some positivity that we are passing on. A little bit of humor can really help lighten the group and the discussion. Keep all that you want to say, keep it together in one message, either as points or with nice paragraph. There might be people in the group who wouldn't want to respond for a lot of reasons. They are busy with something more important or of higher priority, or they are probably they don't have anything to share on that topic. Let's respect them for that and not start another discussion on why they were not responding. And hey, one last point. Suppose there is a message that has come and from someone and you are not able to relate to that message or understand. My suggestion is you ping him separately, not in the group. Get that cleared out and then come back to the group. That way, you're respecting that person and that person will in turn mirror it. So this is how my day went today, and I'm very happy that after a really long time, I was able to contribute to some discussion in that group. So stay safe, stay happy, enjoy.